Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Quanjenae, and today I am going to show y'all why I was so stressed out, but everything turned out good because I am about to do this crochet over my locks. So Amazon decided to not send me my wig, so I had to do this style last minute, late at night. Your girl was tired, and obviously I'm pregnant, so I had wanted to do this style for my maternity shoot, and I wanted wine curls. My wig was supposed to be like a wavy curl, so I just went to the hair store and picked up some 2 packs of crochet hair, and I just made it happen. So this is my first time ever doing like a full crochet style on myself, and to make it even harder, obviously I have locks, so bear with me as I try to explain to y'all the process of me doing this. And excuse me if I sound out of breath, because obviously y'all know your girl is pregnant. So I started off by brushing out some of my edges. My locks are like mature, I would say, but around my edges my hair comes out really easily. So when you see me brushing my hair out, like, this is not me pulling my hair. I'm not pulling like hair out. I'm not like tugging at it. The hair comes out really easily. So if you do have like little hairs that do come out, or like you leave your edges out, then you'll be able to get this style like really easily, because you only need like a little bit of hair. And here y'all see me rolling my eyes and stuff. My husband was bothering me so I was arguing with him, and I just thought it was funny to leave that in there. But back to what we was doing. So I decided to do a side part out, like a full side part. I was going to do a flip over, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and do a full side part just to make it easier on myself. And I saw a video where like basically you braid your hair down. Now you do not need to know how to braid, but I would say that braiding was kind of like easier for me, just because 2-strand twist would have been kind of a little bulky. But also I feel like with this style, it's best if you do it with your hair not retwisted, because you don't have the defined parts that show. You'll really just see, like, you know, your hair from your scalp, which makes it look more natural. So you can pull this off with 2-strand twist, and you can honestly do this with not even braiding your hair down. If you can get your locks in a low ponytail that's kind of flat, then it will help. And honestly, I say flat, but it really doesn't need to be flat, because at the end of the day, for the style that I'm doing, and y'all will see, the hair is really full and it's not like to your scalp, so you don't have to have like a full flat look. So I just started with braiding my hair into sections. Really, it's no part, no rhyme, no rhythm. However you can get your hair to go around your head, that's the best way to do it. My parts are not straight, and it was just kind of me just going with the flow in my head shape, and I knew that I just wanted the braids to kind of connect. And y'all see here, like, as I'm braiding down the braids, I'm not able to braid my locks fully all the way to the ends for it to stay completely. So this is where I say, like, you really just need to have like a foundation where you can stick the crochet through, because when I finish braiding these, y'all see I just literally put this in a ponytail, because my locks are not all the same size. So don't stress about like, oh, my locks are not fitting in a ponytail, this, that, and the third. Just kind of make sure it can go to the back of your head, and make sure also an important thing for me was I don't like a braid sticking by my ear. So if you are doing a round and you braid your hair down, make sure that you're not, like, your hair is not pulling on your ear. That was just a big pet peeve for me, so that's something that I just definitely wanted to let y'all know, like, make sure it's not bothering your ear. And then, like I said, as y'all see, I just pull it and put it in a ponytail when I get done with this side. So I did 3 on that side, and then on the other side I ended up doing I think it was 3 on the other side as well. So 1 on the side of my head and then 2 like towards the back. So make sure y'all just like making your locks go with the flow. I wasn't trying to make my locks have any tension. These braids are very loose. I don't like tight things in my head, and I especially don't like ponytails too tight in my head. So if you plan to leave this style in your head for like 1 to 2 weeks, I would definitely say make sure your braid down is not tight. And I promise y'all, these braids are not tight in my head. You can see me flinching a little bit, but that's just because like my locks are not like they still kind of stuck together. Ew, excuse me, I am stuttering. But yeah, this voiceover gonna be a little rocky. I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all, so bear with me, bear with me. But y'all see on this side where I use rubber bands, like just to secure the ends, because this side I can braid down a little bit more. So you can use the rubber bands, but at the same time, if your lock is like your braids are staying with your locks, you don't necessarily need the rubber bands. I just, like I said, use the rubber bands because my hair wasn't staying, and I knew that the braid would start coming apart before I was able to put it all in a ponytail. So I just use the rubber band as a more like secure way to get my locks to stay. And then I just continue to do the braid down. And here is where I would say y'all can see, like, if you were to do a ponytail, if you was to do two strand twist, or however you would do it, and the smaller the braids probably would be the better. But I was in a rush. As I mentioned, my maternity shoot was the next day. It was already like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So the bigger braids worked out for me. And I honestly didn't know how this style was going to come out or how long I wanted to keep this style. So I just went with what I would go with. But I definitely would do bigger braids if I'm on a time crunch. And if I did have more time, I would do probably, I don't know if I would do smaller braids. But if you have a certain size lock, I feel like you would have to do smaller braids. And that wouldn't bother you. It just would fit your hair better because of the size of your locks. So go with like how your locks are and the size of your locks. And here y'all can see where I was just trying to braid around. Really, it was connecting a lot with whatever lock was there. It wasn't even like no real braid. It was really just me twisting it around, making sure I could get in the ponytail. And as y'all can see, certain locks were still hanging out. They were still poking out, but it's not nothing that I couldn't fix without like putting it in a ponytail. So I wasn't really worried about it. And this is where I also utilized like the rubber bands and just tucking my locks in into a ponytail so it wasn't too tight. And y'all can see how I did my ponytail. I didn't wrap it around a bunch of times. I just made sure that it was able to stay. And then I took rubber bands and then put my locks like into the rubber bands to make the ponytail a little smaller. And I know this video is sped up, but you can see me like bending my head down. That's also to make sure that there's no tension in the back of my head, because when I tell y'all I will pull a style out if there is tension, if something is pulling, I do not like that. I am very tender-headed, and especially with my locks, I don't know why. But this is the complete braid down. So you can see 3 braids on the side, and then 3 braids on the other side, and also on the like in the back, and then it's just a ponytail. And the ponytail is not going to like pop out. Y'all end up seeing that. But this is the hair I use. I use 2 packs, and they're all 10-inch, and I got this from my local hair store, so it was like $6.99 a pack, so it wasn't bad at all. So as I mentioned, this was my first time doing actual crochet on my full head. So this very first time is not the proper way that I'm doing it. But instead of me pulling like both, y'all can see me struggling, but instead of me pulling like both hairs through, I only pulled one hair through. Now this stayed, but the other way is more effective, and it makes the hair get like close together. Y'all see I'll do it the right way, but it was just funny to me how happy I got that it actually stayed in there. So I was like, okay, I could do this. And with this hair, you want to be careful because this is synthetic hair. Crochet hair frizzes up, so you don't want to pull the curls where they don't want to go, because you will literally just have a whole afro on your head. So I just use the curls as they wanted to separate. And as y'all can see, you just open up the loop, you pull it through, open up the loop, and take both strands and pull it through your hair. Now once I got this technique down, I started in the front of my head just because I needed to see exactly what I was doing until I got the hang of it. But then obviously I want to do the back. Now I'm not putting the crochet on my actual ponytail. I started like right above my ponytail, because you don't really need, like, the ponytail is not there to hold the crochet. For me, it wasn't for the style that I was going for, because I knew that the crochet would hang below my ponytail and cover it up. And I feel like if you put crochet in a ponytail, that's just more like, it's easy for me how I did it, and this was quick and easy for me. It would just, I feel like the ponytail would end up falling out, and then it would have looked more bulky than what it was. So this was a way of covering up the ponytail, and that's also why you want to make sure that your ponytail is low. And here's a close-up of me doing the crochet loop. So it's really simple once you get the technique of it. And so this was me after 1 pack of hair, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't know if I was going to have enough hair, but I literally just just went and like layered the crochet on top of each other, and you can see that like it's gonna even out itself, and it's going to like be the length, like it's gonna be like layers within itself. I would say just make sure you're going side to side. Don't do like one full side. You can, but this is, like I said, my first time doing crochet. This made it easier for me to see and easier for me to cover up pieces. So going side to side instead of doing like one full side and then doing the other full side. And as you can see, sometimes I'm sticking it through the braid. Sometimes I'm sticking it underneath the braid. I don't really think it matters. I just know that it would be easier, like, for you if you do it on your head, and then you can see what parts need to be covered up more, and that will make more sense like as you do it and as you get going. But as y'all can see, like I'm literally sticking the crochet through, looping it through, and everything is just going really smoothly. I think this started to take me like, I think it took me less than an hour once I got the hang of it. So I just made sure that everything was just flowing how it needed to be. And I feel like the most important thing with the front is make sure you're pulling the crochet hair the way that you want your part to go. So like any of the hairs that I knew I wanted to go towards the side of my head, I was kind of pulling them that way. And any of the crochet hairs that were in the back, they were just falling how they were because of how I braided my hair down. So that's also why I'm saying, like, if you do like a side part ponytail, you'll be able to achieve this look. And if you do like, if you want a middle part, you'll be able to achieve the look. So this is how it was looking right after I finished. And as y'all can see, there are some frizzy pieces, but overall the curl held really, really well. So I was super excited. And as y'all can see, this is 2 packs of hair and it's very full. So the most important part for me is, because my locks are blonde, is that this edge part blended. So all I did was I went and I slicked back my edges. I didn't put no type of heat to it, no nothing, because I feel like the frizziness helped cover the crochet. So I just used my my lock in gel, and you can use any edge control. This is just the gel that I used to retwist, and I like how it holds my edges, and I knew that I needed it to last because I was going to be spraying it, which I will see me spray in a second. But I just used this gel to slick my edges down really well, and I did my swoops and stuff first because before I sprayed, because I feel like it would have been easier and less messy, because I knew the spray did, like, obviously it had a tint to it. So this was like kind of important part, and I also feel like this gave it the more natural look. So if you have just a little bit of edges, I feel like I said, this would be easier for you and it would make your style blend a lot more. But if you don't, I do want to try like no leave out, so I will, if I end up trying it, I'll let y'all know. But for me, the leave out worked the best because I got to do like a little swoop on the sideburn, and then I like I said, I just swoop my edges and it helped cover up the crochet part, so that way I didn't have to do all the like unnecessary things. So just swooping your edges the best way you can. And I really didn't do nothing spontaneous with my edges, literally just did like 2 little swoops to make it stay. And y'all see that little brown frizzy part on my hair? It's gonna magically disappear and blend in with my hair as soon as I spray the spray. Now the part of underneath my hair, that part really didn't matter because you weren't gonna be able to see it because I did a side part, but I still kind of slicked it back. And here I just went in with the scissors. Y'all, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not no hairstylist. I don't know how to cut no layers. I don't know how to frame anything. I just kind of went and just cut some pieces towards my face. I cut any pieces that I felt were too frizzy, but I literally just took the scissors and went down, and it just kind of came out right. So I have like no expert tips on how to do that. I was literally like, the hair literally ate within itself. Like the layers gave layers even though it was all the same inch, so that was good. But here's the spray that I was talking about. You can use any temporary hair dyeing spray. It don't dye your hair for real, like literally it's very temporary. And make sure you don't spray it directly on your scalp. That's why I made that face. But if you do, just use a Q-tip. I'll show y'all where I use a Q-tip to clean up my part. But I got this from the hair store. I use this all the time because some of my leave outs for my styles, like I don't always like the brown color. Sometimes I like things to look uniform when I use black. But this is very easy to use and it doesn't damage my hair. It doesn't stain my locks. It doesn't do any of that. But this was the key for this style. Obviously, obviously if your hair is black and you use black hair, you won't need the spray. But if you're using a different color hair, or you want to try something different, like a different color, I would definitely say blending the leave out with whatever color crochet hair you have is going to make it look so natural. And that really tied the style together, and it came out so cute. I was so happy. I was so in love. Just a reminder, like, don't you see me rubbing my hands through it, but I'm not rubbing my fingers like through it, because this hair will get frizzy. So you don't want it to get frizzy. You want it to keep that curl. So don't run your fingers through it. Don't try to run no comb through it, no type of brush or anything. But I was so happy. This came out so cute. I definitely will be doing this style again, trying different curl patterns, trying different lengths. And this was after my photo shoot, my maternity shoot. So it ate, like, the style held together really well. I think this was like 2 days. It had to be, no, it was the day after. So like a day after I did it. And it just blended very well. You couldn't, people were asking me, did I cut my locks? They were asking me all types of stuff. Like, this style just ate. So I definitely get this style 10 out of 10. And here are some pictures from my maternity shoot, just to show y'all how it ate. If you like this style, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so y'all can get more styles from me. I'll probably be cutting my locks soon. Shh, don't tell nobody. But you heard it here first. So I'll be back doing more natural styles. I'll be doing more lifestyle stuff. So just make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can stay tuned for everything. But I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all holding through this voiceover. Like I said, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok so y'all can see me do more styles on there. And like always, again, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next video. Bye.